to the park. It's such a beautiful day, and I wanted to just walk and just talk and just kind of enjoy nature a little bit. But I also got on here to talk about spiritual checkups. Sometimes we all need a spiritual checkup. You have to check and make sure your heart right. Is it in the right place? Am I doing what's right? Am I honoring God? Am I doing what God say? Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all things will be added unto you. If you're not doing those things, then you need to do a spiritual checkup. Everybody want to be great. Everybody want to make YouTube content, and that's all good. We all need to do that. But as you're making your content and you're looking for your greatness or your niche or, what's going to make you be better, I think it's a good thing to also make sure that you let God lead you. That way you can endure. The race isn't for the swift, it's for those that can endure. And a lot of times people rush into stuff, but they don't get the full details of it. Or a lot of times we want to be connected to a lot of people, and you're not making sure that it's the right people. So you want people that are actually going to really support you, actually watch your videos all the way through, and make sure that they're supporting you, and make sure they're encouraging you to keep going, because you can subscribe to anybody's channel, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be there supporting you. So that's something that you really need to think about when you're doing content and when you're creating your channel, so that you can have longevity in it. You also have to make sure that you get into a creative spot, like a creative mindset. Sometimes, like I tell people, go to the park, or you can, travel. And it's a good thing to just let that make your mind become very creative, so that you'll have something to give to people or what people are looking for. Then there's another thing I want to talk about is, sometimes people let the devil get in their car. And when you let the devil in your car, he's going to drive it. And he's not going to let go of that steering wheel, because he's doing his job. So you can't really follow every wind or doctrine. You can't follow everybody everywhere. So you have to take your time and decide, what's going to be best for you, what's good for you, not what's good for everybody else. Because just because somebody's doing one thing doesn't mean that that's going to work out for you. So you got to really find what works for you. I see a lot of people, and I watch a lot of content, and I see a lot of people that's all over the place. And, it's a lot of people that's just confused, or, they want to jump on the bandwagon just because, somebody else is doing it. This is what I should be doing. That's not necessarily so. Sometimes it's just good to pray about it. Ask God to lead you and guide you, show you the correct way to do it, so that you can honor him when you're doing it. And then he'll add everything else to you. It'll come much easier to you. It won't be so hard to go about. And it's good, I was listening to a live last night, and like he was saying, you have to stay connected, get good mentors, good mentors, people that are really going to be there for you, that's going to hold you up, people that are not just going to hand it to you, but you're going to earn it. That way you'll understand how to connect it and be supported, and people will be there to hold you up. So I came out here to tell you, to just encourage you to not give up, because I hear a lot of people also say they just want to give up. They feel like it's too hard. Anything worth having is always going to be worth working hard for. So if you don't want to put your all into it, then maybe this is not for you. So you have to ask yourself, is this really what I want to be doing, or am I jumping on the bandwagon just because other people are doing it? So that's like even with a job. If that job is meant for you, then it's going to come easy. The more you do it, the more you apply yourself, the easier it's going to get. And that's the same thing for YouTube and content creating. You got to apply yourself. Don't give up so easy. If it's hard or something's not working out for you, go study it. Do your research. Then you pray about it and say, God, give me clear direction as to what I should be doing, or if this is where I need to be. And that way you'll understand that if it's good for you and you can work for you, it'll work out for you. But you know what? I'm turn this camera around and I'm gonna show you something. Anytime you start anything, I don't care what it is in life, everybody has a vision. And in that vision, you have to already see the end before it even began. You have to see it finished. It was just like when Jesus, when he was walking and he came through and he was going through all kinds of things, trials and tribulations. People were saying all kind of things to him. They was questioning if he was the one, and this was him in the flesh, and they still wasn't believing that he was Christ. So, people will try to stop your dreams, try to stop your visions. But you got to know exactly where you're going. You got to see it finished before it even began. It's like I said, I'm going to turn this camera around. I'm going to let you see this construction site. But somebody already seen the picture. When they get ready to do anything in life, as far as building, most of the time the builder already has a blueprint. So they know exactly what they're going to build on that property. So I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to let you see this. It's just like this site. Somebody already had a vision. They already knew. Hey, Elevated Mindset. Hey, Edison Thermy, I think I said it right. And hey, Alvin. They already had a vision before they even began to plow up this land. And they knew exactly what they wanted to do before they did this. So the project is it's completed before it's finished. Now they're just doing the work. And that's the same thing you have to do. As you see, these look danger. It tells you that authorized personnel only. It's the same way in life. You got to know exactly what you're going to do and what your vision is before you even get started. You have to already see it finished. So even with YouTube and content creating, you got to already know, like, I know what I want. I know what I'm trying to get to. Yes, I'm going to have to practice. Yes, I'm going to have to go through something. Yes, it's going to be bumps in the road, but I'm not going to give up. Every day you can find something that you could give to somebody else and talk about and show them how to make it. Like every day it's a learning lesson. Life is a journey, and we are all on the journey, and you just have to keep looking forward and don't give up until it's completed, till you're at your completion mark. Just like even these kids, like this is an elementary school. You start in the kindergarten and you work your way up to 12th grade, but you don't give up, because at the end you know that there's a reward at the end. At the end of this, you're going to get your diploma, or you're going to get your degree when you're done doing whatever. Just like with YouTube content creating, once you put in the hard work, when you put in the hard work, after your work is done, at the end you know what the reward is. Everybody knows that you're going to get monetized. And you got to call those things that be not as though they were. You got to say, I am going to be monetized. Get you a vision board. Even if you have to get a vision board, write the vision, make it plain, put you a vision board on the wall. Say, I will be monetized. I will stick with this. I am going to keep fight to the end. I'm going to see this all the way through. I'm going to see it completed. I'm not going to give up on me, because the first person that you need to invest in is yourself. We'll invest in everybody else in this world, but you won't invest in yourself. You will get up early in the morning and go to a job, and you're going to be on time. You're going to be on time. You're going to give them that dedication. You're not going to question it. Because in your mind, you're thinking it's just about a paycheck. But in reality, you're giving them time, something that you can't get back. So my thing is, why can't you do the same thing for yourself? Why can't you invest in yourself? Give yourself the time that you deserve. YouTube creating, content creating, this could take you to another level. It's like almost like a side hustle. It's still gonna make a means to an end. It could change your entire life. But if you won't sit down and invest in yourself, but you will give another person, if they tell you to be there for 12 hours, if they told you to be there all night on that job, you don't even see the money, but you're going to still be there. You're going to still get up every morning, and you're still going to be dedicated to that job. So why not do the same thing for yourself? Be dedicated to yourself enough that I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this content creating. I don't care if I have to be to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to take a few minutes to get up earlier so that I can invest in myself before I go on this job and invest in somebody else's company. So invest in yourself first. Do that before you do anything for anybody else. That will make a whole difference in your life. So I just got on here a few minutes just to let you guys know, don't give up, stay encouraged, challenge yourselves, make sure you're watching each other's content, and don't just watch a little bit, watch it all the way to the end, and let people get their watch hours. And never look at it like, oh, I don't want to help this person get their watch hours because what about me? I always say this all the time. What you make happen for others, God will make it happen for you. So don't always worry about you. Just know that God is going to take care of you. If you're supporting somebody else, don't look for the reward from them. Look for the reward from God. And he is definitely going to do that because he promised you that. God said, and even if you put the kingdom of heaven first, when you put God first, I promise you everything else is going to line up. It has to line up. That's what the word of God says. And you need to stand on that. Lord, you said it, I believe it, and I'm going to stand on it. No matter what it looked like, I'm going to believe it. And I always say, if you look at Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, when they was thrown into that fire, when they was thrown into the fire, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they said these words, and this is how you have to tell yourself. They said, even if God don't show up, I'm still going to serve him. Even if he don't show up. That's how much faith you got to have. Even if God don't do it for me, I'm still going to show up. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to be dedicated to it. You got to learn to be dedicated to something and not give up so easily. God will work with you, but you still got to put your foot forward first. You still got to get up and you still got to give it your all. And don't stop until you are satisfied and you say, you know what? This is where I want to be. This is what I want. This is what I'm trying to get out of this. And when you do that, it'll work out for you. It doesn't matter how it look, how dim it look. It doesn't matter how you think it's not going to go right. Just get up and do it anyway. Do it anyway, no matter what. You some good people on here, like Queen is on here. Queen is a great channel to watch. You go support her, watch her channel. When I tell you she pours into everybody, and she doesn't have a heart of saying, well, I'm worried about me. No, she always asking everybody to support each other. She's always pouring into everybody. So do the same for her. Watch her channel. Watch it to the end. Don't just go over there and like a video. Watch the entire video. You can learn something. You get information from lots of people, but you make sure you put your filter on because too much information is not always good. But make sure you get a good mentor. Good mentor. Hustle Man is another one that I can remember. Sometimes I go over to Lashana's channel, watch her. I watch Elevated has a channel. I watch him. Make sure you check out the Are You Locked In crew so you'll know everybody that's on the list. Watch their channel. Support them. They're going to support you as well. So I just came to let y'all see I'm out here walking in the park. I saw that construction site. I knew that somebody had a vision and they're not going to give up until it's completed. And you can believe that that blueprint is already done. And that's the same way you have to see your life or whatever you got your mindset to do. There are going to be distractions. It's going to be things that'll try to stop you, but don't give up on them. Don't give up. And when I come back in a few weeks, I can guarantee you this site right here will be completed. That's going to be completed. So the same thing goes for you. Invest in yourself. Give yourself 100%. Every day you get up, we'll give man all our time. We'll go support somebody else, but we will not have that same support for ourselves. And that's not good. You have to start with yourself first. That way you'll have something to pour into other people. But if you don't love yourself enough to support you, then nobody else wants to do it either. So love yourself enough to do that. I did it years ago. I couldn't see the whole big picture, but I never gave up on it. So now I don't have to work for a man. I work for myself. And it feels so good sometimes when people say, well, where do you work at, or who is your employer? And I have to look at them and I say, well, I'm self-employed. Nobody employs me but me and God. God put me in that position, and guess what? I love every second and every day of it. So I can YouTube content create. I can be freely. And the job that I have, I get up when I want to. I set my own schedule. I have my own life, and it feels good to be in control of your own destiny instead of having to be in control of somebody else being in control of your destiny. I remember the times when I used to have to hit that time clock. I knew how it felt. I've been on the other side of that counter. I know how people can talk to you any kind of way, could demand you to do all kinds of things. But I had to get in the mindset, and I had to hear from God. And I let Him lead me and guide me. And I said, Lord, I'm going to seek you because that's what you said. And you promised me that if I seek you, that all things will be added unto me. And that's exactly what God did. So now I don't have to go to nobody's plantation but my own. I don't have to answer to nobody by the time clock. I've set my own schedule. So with that being said, I'm just encouraging you guys to keep content creating. Prayerfully, God will bless you, and you won't have to hit nobody's time clock. You won't have to worry about nobody telling you when to get up, when to go here, when to be there. No, God's gonna free you from all that. It works. All you gotta do is try. So with that being said, I just came on for a few minutes to give y'all some encouragement. Keep on keeping on, and y'all be blessed. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's keep supporting each other. Y'all have a great day.